Hiya! Welcome to GGKCS, the multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitch, and geeky. I'm Cece. Today is Sunday, the 6th of September, 2020, and this is Stitch With Me, episode 21. Sorry, I should know that. I made the title card already, and it's right here on my screen. And what did I do? I looked over to the calendar to see what number I had written. A big welcome back to any returning viewers. Love you guys. And a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. Let me tell you what I'm working on and then we'll chat. I am working on Baba Black Sheep by the Prairie Schooler. This was a gift from Michelle Bindi Stitchy. And I am doing it on an 18 count Ada that was dyed hot pink by Erin, the 2 Martini Stitcher. And of course I'm using different colors because yeah, you see? Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, the fan is blowing things. It's warm in Washington, you guys. I know, craziness. It's supposed to get back up into the 80s this week. And I'm not happy about it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Just let me get started here. Okay. Now we're in the camera. Good. Okay. So yeah, it's supposed to be warm again. We've got fans running as always during this time of year. I had to turn off one of them so I could record because too much background noise. I am ready for autumn. Can you see? My pumpkin tablecloth is out. Dammy and Russ just got out our autumnal decorations, and I need to put those up. We don't have a ton. I mean, we should have more because I need to FFO some cross-stitch projects so that we have some more, but that has not happened yet. Yeah, I'm ready for autumn. The pumpkin spice, I'm all in for that. If you have not tried the Starbucks pumpkin cream cold brew, oh my gosh. That, they first had it, I think, last year. And that is my go-to until it gets cool enough that I want a hot coffee in the afternoon or evening. And then it's the PSL, pumpkin spice latte, all the way. And got some pumpkin coffee creamer at the store, and my favorite candy of all time, Mellow Cream pumpkins. They're in the store. Bottom, eating them. I just realized that this bag is showing behind my shoulder. This is summertime and the living is easy. OWL prizes. That we announced the winners this week on just over on Friday on the longer episode, the full-length episode, and I've heard back from 3 of the winners so far, and we'll get those prizes shipped out, but I forgot that it was showing back there. So we announced on the episode on Friday that things are going to be changing a little bit with Dammy going back to university. They move into a on-campus apartment with 3 other theater students. I'm sorry, this is really distracting me because it's blowing. With 3 other theater students on Saturday, this coming Saturday. So I don't feel safe walking onto the ferry, which is what I do when I go meet Dammy to record. I've driven on for a doctor's appointment, but I'm not comfortable walking on yet, and driving on can get expensive fast. So we are going to try again to do the virtual we use Zoom for it, to record. Sorry, my needle is not wanting to go. There we go. As well as Dammy is going to only be on, okay, this next row is exactly the same except for it goes one longer. Okay. Dammy is only going to be on every other week. Their school load this next year is pretty heavy as they're entering into their junior year. And so yeah, that's what we decided to do. So you will still get Stitch with Me's on Mondays. I will be recording them on Sundays because, as I mentioned in recent episodes, I'm going back to school to become an ASL interpreter. And so my classes start 2 weeks from tomorrow. Today, if you're watching this the day it goes live. So it just is going to work better with my schedule for me to record these on Sundays and then make them live on Mondays. And then the podcast will still be recorded on Thursdays and go live on Fridays. The weeks that Dammy is on, we will do all the segments as normal. The weeks that it's just me, I will be doing On the Needles, FOs, FlossTube, Yummies, and what I'm reading, watching, listening to. So it should be shorter episodes. And then with Dammy on, we will do all of that plus GGK Crafty Pad, the seasonal alongs, Ask the Geeks, and any reviews that we have. So that is the plan, and that's what's going to look like for while Dammy is at school. When they're home for holiday break, we should be able to record together weekly, just depending on Dammy's work schedule, which at this point, the place that they work when they're home is running on very minimal staff, and so it just depends on what things look like when they come home. They adjusted, the school adjusted the calendar dates for the autumn quarter. Normally Dammy wouldn't go back to school till the end of September, and then they finish early-ish December and then have about a month off. But to keep the kids from having to travel twice, what they did is they've moved up the start date of the quarter, and then it will finish at Thanksgiving break, and then they won't go back until January. So Dammy will be home for a good chunk of time, and work schedule permitting, will record with me, as we've done in the past. So that is that. Trying to think if there's anything else going on. I don't think so. No. So this week, instead of doing my Stitch With Me prompts out of the 300 journal prompts book that I got from Barnes & Noble, I found this This or That questions from careercontessa.com. And I thought it would be fun just to answer these. Let me start this next row so that I know what I'm doing. Okay, so this or that. Deep sea or outer space? Outer space. I love the water, but I don't think I would want to be, I know I would not be able to be in a submarine as they currently are. Claustrophobia. And I love science fiction so much that it would be really fun to get to go to space. Of course, the probability of that happening in my lifetime for people who are not astronauts is very unlikely, but it's fun to dream. Okay, hold on, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I would pick outer space out of those two. The Beach Boys or the Beatles? I'm gonna have to go with the Beach Boys, and this and you'll see in another one of the upcoming questions. I went to junior high and high school in the early 90s. Well, I graduated high school in 95. But grew up in that time of TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday, television, and the Beach Boys were on Full House. And so I had a lot more exposure to them than I did to the Beatles. I do like the Beatles, but out of the two, gotta go with the Beach Boys. Aruba, Jamaica, we want to take you. Okay, next up, Hogwarts or Middle Earth? Setting aside the things that we've talked about with She Who Shall Not Be Named in relation to Hogwarts, we shall set that aside because, as we've talked about, that I'm continuing to reread Harry Potter. That conversation, I can't remember what episode that was in. Probably sometime in the last 4 to 6 weeks in the reading segment of the full-length episode. So if you want to hear that, you can check that out. And even though I love Lord of the Rings, I'm going to have to go with Hogwarts. Yeah, just that magic and... yeah, there's a lot more gruesome fighting in Lord of the Rings over Hogwarts. I mean, there is fighting and war in Hogwarts, but at Hogwarts, but that's what I think I would go with. Okay, so this next row is the same. Okay, thunderstorms, scary or thrilling? Scary if I'm like out in a car in them, otherwise thrilling. Oh, I love a good thunderstorm. In fact, my thread is like twisted here. In fact, at night, I have a set of sleep headphones and I listen to a playlist on Spotify called, I think it's called Night Rain. And it's rainstorms and thunder and I love it. Yeah, I listen to that every night going to sleep and set a sleep timer and it turns off and I love it. Love a good thunderstorm. As long as I'm not out in a car in it. That is a little terrifying. Okay, spring, summer, fall, or winter. Well, as I was already talking about, I'm an autumn girl. If it could be autumn year-round, I would be in my happy place. I love autumn. Pumpkins, falling leaves, cooler temperatures, knitwear. Oh, I love it. Hand knit socks. Okay, I'm ready for the heat to go away. Okay. Salty or sweet? Sweet all the way. Sweet all the way. I mean, I do crave salty every once in a while, but sweet I crave much more. And yeah, I love sweet. Love sweet. Okay, yoga or running? I think I've talked, maybe even recently, I think I talked about here on the Stitch With Me that I miss running so much, and just am not physically able to do that with my fibromyalgia. I do some yoga. I'm not as active in it anymore as I used to be. Right now, my exercise is walking, and I actually walk in place here in the house. Where our apartment complex has a lot of hills in it, and I just can't physically do it. I can, walk in place on flat ground or walk on flat ground, but when you start getting the hills in, it messes with my fibro and my asthma. So I walk in place here in the house, turn on a podcast. A lot of times we'll play a game on my phone in one hand while I'm walking, and get those steps in. I've been increasing my steps by 100 steps every week. And so as of today, I am walking 2,500 steps a day, which is big for me because I had gotten down to where I was not walking hardly any at all, especially when I hurt my ankle so badly. And then it took forever for me to be able to get into physical therapy because they were just overwhelmed with patients. And so getting back into walking slowly, and just like I said, increasing it by 100 steps every week. There we go. One of the strands wasn't pulled tightly and it was making a lump. Okay, so now I got to look at my pattern because this is a different row. Okay. So I am just increasing my steps by 100 steps a week and getting them in every day, and feeling good about it. Feeling really good about it. You do what you can when you can. And I know physically moving, getting exercise of whatever kind I can is good for my fibromyalgia. So I do what I can, and that's all I can do. Okay, coffee or tea? Now that is a silly question. You guys know I'm a coffee girl. I do like tea, a nice hot tea. My preferred tea is Good Earth Sweet and Spicy. But I'm a coffee girl. Most of the time, coffee is what I will drink. And water. I drink a lot of water. I crave water, which I know is weird. During the pandemic, I can't remember when it was, but I stopped drinking sodas. So if we get a meal, fast food or whatever, usually I'll drink like a lemonade or something. But other than that, it's water and coffee, and occasionally a hard cider or something like that. Did I do that correctly? Yes. Okay, next one. Cat or dog? Well, y'all know the answer to that too. Cats all the way. I am not a dog person at all. Okay, hold on. I need to, where's my scissors? Cut this so it's even so I don't unthread my needle accidentally, because I do that quite often. There we go. Yeah, I'm a cat person. Pink Pearl is our first cat to ever have. Just because of life circumstances, and we were living between Russ and I and school and everything, and Russ working for a university at one point, we lived in student housing or university housing for a lot of years, and most of those do not allow pets. So, but we have our sweet Pink Pearl, and love her so much. And I would love to get another cat. I don't know how Pink would handle it though. She does not like it when like another cat like would come up on our porch or at the vet, but it could just be the vet, you know. So I'm not sure how she would handle another. I said I was not going to unthread my needle, and there I did it. But I adore cats. In fact, I just got my 2021 planner. I'll actually show it on the podcast this week. My Happy Planner. I got the Cat Lover planner from Happy Planner, and I'm so excited. I'm like, is it 2021 yet? I'm ready to use it. Although I actually will start using it because my job working for the fiber mill, it's just a very part-time job. I work like 10 hours a week. Part of my job is scheduling customers to have their fiber, their wool or alpaca or llama or mohair. That's mostly what we work with. We do blend in, we can blend in silks and bamboo, but primarily we work with wool and alpaca. Those are our main ones. Oops. There we go. Got to get another strand of thread. But anyway, I schedule all of our customers, and we do have it on a online Google Calendar, but I also like to have it physically, just in case, you know, just a backup, but also it helps me just be able to see and schedule things by having it on a monthly planner page. So we're already scheduling for February of 2021, so I will start using that planner immediately, because I had just like printed out blank January and February pages because we were scheduling that far out already. So it'll get used already, which will be fun. So I love planning. I'm a planner girl. Okay, where was I? Day or night? I'm going to say night. If I did not have stuff that required me to be awake at a certain time or needing to get up and function and have life, I stay up late. I love staying up late reading in bed. But with work and going back to school, I've been rolling back my wake up time. Oops, that is not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be there. I've been rolling back my wake up time by 5 minutes every 2 days so that I can get to the place where I want to be, so that I can be able to get up and feed Pinky and have breakfast and exercise and get a shower before work and class starts. So, but if I was able to have like the schedule that I would love to have, I would stay up until 12:31 reading and then wake up around 9. That's what I typically do on the weekends. So, but yeah. So night. Pancakes or waffles? Waffles. And even one better than that is the diner that Dammy works at has this thing called Moon Biscuits, and it's biscuit batter made in a waffle iron with cream sausage gravy, and it's called Moon Biscuits because it looks like the waffle looks like the craters of the moon. So that's even better. Love that. Rain or snow? I love a good rainstorm. We get so much rain up here though that I say snow. But I don't want to go out in it. I want to sit inside and look at the beauty of the snow out the window, out the patio door, yes, snow still is pretty magical to me because where I grew up in New Mexico and Texas, we didn't have snow very often. I mean, it was like everything shut down when there was snow because people just didn't know how to drive on it or anything. So, yeah. So I love rain, but snow is just something so magical to me. Like Lorelai Gilmore, I smell snow. Perfect. Train or plane? Train all the way. When we were living in Scotland for those 4 years, we traveled by train. I don't even know how many times. We loved train travel. In all our time in Scotland, other than going from the U.S. to Scotland and Scotland back to the U.S. At the beginning and ending of those 4 years, there was only one time that we flew somewhere within, and it was within the UK still. We flew from Edinburgh to Cardiff, Wales. And the only reason we did that is for some reason, train tickets from Edinburgh to Cardiff were like really, really expensive compared to a flight. So we flew, and then when we finished in Cardiff, we took the train to Birmingham, England, where my bestie and her family live, and then Birmingham back to Edinburgh. So train all the way. Miss UK trains so much. Ski, snowboard, or surf? None of the above. I have not done any of those and have no desire to. I am way too accident prone to even think about doing one of those things. No thank you. I'll sit by the fire and watch the snow. I do like going to the beach. I just sunburn really easily, so I have to be really careful. Okay, beach or mountain? Well, you know what, you guys? I got through like half of this list. I got through this column. Why don't we save this column for next week? Because I'm almost at 30 minutes of recording already. Let's do that. Let's save the rest of the other column of this or that for next week. And yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I will finish stitching this row. I only work on this project during Stitch With Me. So I will finish this row and we will call it a day. I will tell you about this. So I know I've talked on here about the great insane Instagram blocking of 2020 where my accounts were blocked for like 3.5 weeks. So I started a new account for me and for Pink Pearl, and we started moving over and everything, and then of course they unblocked the accounts after 3.5 weeks. But I'm not gonna chance it. We're just gonna go with the new accounts. So if you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram now is cc_Java Pearl. So cc_JAVAPURL. And Pink Pearl's Instagram, hold on a second, I need to make sure. Actually, that needs to be skipped, and I need to do that stitch. There we go. Pink Pearl's Instagram is now Pinky Pearl, PINKIEPURL. And I just feel better about that moving on over, and then we won't have to deal with the insanity of Instagram. I never, ever heard back from them at all. And I put in over 100 support requests and no response. I know other people contacted support on my behalf and none of them got responses either. So no clue. So come follow us on Instagram, cc_Java Pearl. Dammy is Dammy's Doodles, and Pinky is Pinky Pearl. And for everywhere else you can find us online, you can go to ggkcs.com. There you'll find links to our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/ggkcs. We will be announcing the winners of our 8th Podiversary prize giveaways in this week's episode, and there is a cross-stitch prize. So if you have not entered yet, go join the group. You need to answer the 3 questions. First question is, what's our cat's name? Pink or Pinky. Who's the mama? Me, Cece. And then read the rules and agree to them. and we will let you in, and then you can enter the giveaways. You can also enter into our seasonal craft alongs with any project that you start and finish during the 3 months of the along. Okay, what was I saying? Everywhere else you can find us online. YouTube, Facebook groups, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Twitter, and all of that. And we will be back with you again on Friday. We hope you have a lovely, lovely week ahead. Stay hydrated, wear your masks, and stay safe. Yeah, things are definitely a mess in lots of places. So just stay safe. Stay safe. And until we see you again, happy crafting, and we'll talk to you again soon.